Hey guys, I'm back here again to do another Blu-ray review, and for today's review I'm going to be talking about the new Blu-ray release from definitely one of my favorite childhood movies, and it's probably, or if not, it is one of my top favorite films of all time. It's one movie that I grew up with. I have a lot of nostalgia for it, and it's just one movie that's one movie that's left an impact on me. There's always those movies that leave impacts on you, and this is definitely one of them. But today I'm going to be talking about the latest Blu-ray release, or the first Blu-ray release actually, from the 1991 film My Girl. And this film stars Dan Aykroyd, Jamie Lee Curtis, Macaulay Culkin, and Anna Chlumsky in her first film. And yeah, this Blu-ray actually came out last month, March 18th. And for some reason, I don't think a lot of places are carrying this, because this movie is a pretty well-known movie and a lot of people enjoy it. So I figured it would be available in some different places. So I went down to Walmart because I figured Walmart would have it, and they're not carrying it. So after I went there, I figured, well, I'm sure Best Buy, they have to have it. Best Buy didn't carry it either, and so I finally went over to Barnes& Nobles, which was the last place I checked, because I figured, even though I don't like the prices for Barnes& Nobles, I figured that they would have it. They didn't. So I finally just had to order it. So if you want to get this, your best bet is Amazon. They have it for $15, which is a really good price for this. But yeah, like I said, this is just one of my all-time favorite films, and I'm really, really happy that it's finally come to Blu-ray. There's the spine. And in the back, and the film is mastered in 4K. I love that shot right there of the tree. And yeah, this is definitely one film that I've collected different copies of, and I have different over the years I've collected different copies of the film, and I have different things related to it. So I thought a fun way to start off this Blu-ray review I thought it would be cool to show off my entire My Girl collection. So that you guys can see, all the different stuff that I have related to the movie, because like I said, it's one of my favorite films. So I'm going to go ahead and show those off, and I'm going to start off with the VHSs first. Alright, and the first one I'll show off, this is the first VHS I ever saw it on. This was released by Columbia TriStar, the Family Collection. It's this edition right here, and as you can see, the plastic of it's falling off and it's dirty, but this was my childhood copy of it, and this is the one that I watched all the time as a kid. And I like that image on the back right there. You guys can see it, that bottom image. And yeah, like I said, this is probably one of the oldest tapes in my collection. And then I also have the sequel, My Girl 2, which I really enjoyed. I hear a lot of people say that they prefer to watch this one because it's not as sad as the first one, and I enjoy this one as well. It was directed by the same director. Alright, and then of course I have the DVD of it, and this is actually, I believe this is the first release. This came out in 1997, I believe, the first DVD release of the film. And I think that this one has better a better cover than the original, than the newer DVD. There's the back. I think the back makes it look more girlier than it really is. But I absolutely love that disc artwork. Just having both of them kissing right there, I think that's really nice. And then here's the little thing, which has a little write-up on it, on the film, talking about its reviews and when it was first released and stuff. So yeah, I really like this DVD release. And then there are other DVD releases that I don't have that have like the alternate. It has this shot of them right there. Well, this shot of it on the front right there, of them back to back. And then of course I got My Girl 2 on DVD as well. And like I said, pretty good one. This next one, it just has the little purplish disc. And then I have a novelization of the book based on the screenplay. I have two copies. This one is in a lot more better condition than this one. As you can see, this one's all torn up and it's got, tape on it and stuff. But this one's in really, really nice condition. And then I just have one copy of the novelization of My Girl 2. There's nothing on the back. And then I actually got this from my grandmother, I think sometime last year, and it is another VHS release of it, but this is the slipcase version of it. And it's basically the same cover that's on the first VHS that I showed off. The difference is that this one is still sealed and it is in perfect condition. And I'm going to keep this one sealed because, you know, I have several editions of the movie, and it's really nice I got this. You know, she just gave it to me. And then the last thing I'm going to show off is I have the soundtrack on cassette, which I would like to get this on CD because I really like the music in it. You know, I think it's really nice music, and there's a lot of great songs on it. Alright. So now, yeah, I just thought I would show off my entire My Girl collection because I know that some people are huge fans of that movie, and I thought you guys would be interested in seeing my collection. So now I'm going to get to what this video is about, the review of the latest Blu-ray. So, like I've been doing, I'm just going to go through each detail about it. I'm going to talk about the picture quality of the sound and everything else. Now, like I said, the movie was mastered in 4K, and so I'm sure if you have like a 4K Blu-ray player or, you know, whatever, I don't have that, but if you did, I'm sure it would look a lot better. But as far as the transfer, it looks great. You know, I always enjoy watching a Blu-ray of a movie that I grew up watching or a movie that I've seen a lot because you can tell and you can compare. Like, I first started watching this movie on VHS and then DVD, and I must say this Blu-ray looks better than the DVD, and the DVD has good quality on it. This has amazing quality, great picture. You know, you can see everything nice, crisp and clear. The sound is great as well. You know, there's no complaints there. It's a really good sound transfer. Yeah, so there's really nothing about the quality of it that I would say anything about. It's really nice, and it's definitely a step up from the DVD. Now, one thing that this Blu-ray has that the DVD didn't have is that this one actually has special features. There's only one new special feature on this Blu-ray that hasn't been like either released before on the internet or anything, but the first special feature is a commentary with writer Loris Elway. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but there's a new commentary with the writer of the film, and it's a really good commentary. You know, she talks about what it was like first writing My Girl. I thought she was in college and she took classes, and she talks about how My Girl was one of the first. She talks about a lot of stuff of you know, how the script came to be and the changes that they made. Like, for one thing that might shock some people, Veda really wasn't a big character in the original script. The original script was it had Dan Aykroyd's character and his brother owned the funeral parlor. And the story was about Dan Aykroyd inheriting it. And that was the original script for it. There was also different characters that were cut out. Like, originally Veda had an older sister, and there was just a lot of stuff that she talks about in this commentary. She also talks about some deleted scenes, which you know, I do wish that the deleted scenes could have been on this Blu-ray. I don't know. I've never seen them, and I do wish that they would have included it. But yeah, all in all, really great insightful commentary, and it's definitely one that if you're a fan of this movie, you know, I would definitely recommend checking out the good commentary. And then the next two things are two featurettes that I've actually seen on YouTube, so they're really not new to me. But it comes with A Day on Set, First Kiss, and Bingo, and it basically just shows the director of the film and the crew filming the scenes. Like, they show one clip from the first kiss, you know, between Thomas J. and Veda, and it's just a quick clip. You know, it just shows them going through one take of it, and then the same with the bingo scene, and it just shows that one take. It's interesting to see if you haven't seen it before. You know, it's not anything amazing, but it is still nice to see. And the other thing on here is an original behind-the-scenes featurette, which I believe was on TV. I never saw it, you know, I wasn't born when this movie came out, but I believe it was on TV because it has a narrator and he's talking about the making of the movie. And it's really good because it has interviews with everybody: Dan Aykroyd, Jamie Lee Curtis, and of course Anna Klumsky and Macaulay Culkin. And it's funny because you can really tell that they became good friends while making this movie. Like, during their interview, they're both sitting, you know, in the same seat, and Macaulay Culkin keeps elbowing Anna Klumsky and stuff, and and they keep sort of like playfully fighting each other and stuff, and you can really tell that they really bonded over this movie, and they really had a great time filming it, you know. And that was it was recorded on the set of the movie before it came out, and that's why I think it was released. I think it came on TV, but yeah, it's a pretty good behind the scenes featurette. It's pretty short. It's only like maybe 10 minutes, maybe longer, but it's still a pretty interesting thing to see if you haven't seen it. And if you're a fan of this movie, it's really nice to see them, you know, as kids on the set of the movie, you know, doing interviews and talking about the film. Other than that, there's no other special features. The only thing that's new is the commentary. There's no new interviews and things like that, which a bit of a letdown because, you know, I would have liked to see new interviews with Anna Klumsky or Dan Aykroyd. I know that they don't want to talk about it. I know that Dan Aykroyd may have been, could have been interested because I've heard that he wanted to do a third film for a while. So I think that if they had approached him, he might have did an interview. But I know that Anna Klumsky, you know, she's grown out of that phase. She's grown out of this movie, and I don't blame her for not doing an interview. And Macaulay Culkin, he's off doing his own thing, so I don't blame him for not being in it. But yeah, all in all, this is a really, really great Blu-ray. I would highly recommend it. The only thing that I would complain about, it's not really a complaint, it's just my own little thing. The interview, I mean, not the interviews, the menu at the beginning is not interactive. It's basically just that picture right there, and then it has the, you know, play, movie, and scene selection. And I always prefer interactive menus. You know, I always prefer them moving, or I prefer them showing clips of the movie. I prefer that. Or it would have also been nice if they had just had music playing from the film in the menu, because they really don't have anything. It's basically just a shot of, you know, this shot right here, and then you know, the features. But other than that, it's a really, really great Blu-ray. Go ahead and open it up. This one has snapper cases. There's the disc, which is basically just the same as the cover. But yeah, really, really good one. Oh, another thing that I think would have been cool is back in the 90s there was a music video that had the song My Girl from the Temptations, which is in this movie. They had a song playing, and it had Macaulay Culkin and Anna Klumsky as their characters in the movie, Thomas J. and Veda, and they're sitting there watching TV, and it's the Temptations performing My Girl. And Anna Klumsky's like singing to Macaulay Culkin, like jokingly and stuff. And I really, really like that. I wish that they would have included it on the Blu-ray. I think that that would have made a really nice, just a really nice addition to it. You can watch it on YouTube, which I would definitely recommend. It's like, you know, My Girl Temptations music video if you want to see it. If you're a fan of this movie, I'd recommend going on YouTube and seeing it. But yeah, you know, other than that, this is a really great Blu-ray. I would highly recommend it. Great sound, great picture. The features are nice. There's not a whole lot new. You know, of course, there's the two things that I talked about, and then the only thing new is the commentary, but it's a pretty insightful commentary. So yeah, if you're thinking about upgrading, if you have the movie and if you're thinking about upgrading it to Blu-ray, I would highly recommend doing it because this is a nice step up from the DVD. Or if you haven't seen the film before and you just want to watch it for the first time, I would also recommend picking it up. Like I said, I haven't seen it in that many stores, so go on Amazon. It's only $15, which is a good price. And yeah. So yeah, guys, that is it for my Blu-ray review of My Girl. I actually did a movie review for this. I'm sure my subscribers have seen it, but for those of you who haven't seen it, I'll leave a link down below to my full movie review. So for anybody who hasn't seen the movie and is curious, you can check out my review. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the Blu-ray review, and I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my entire My Girl collection because, you know, it's a very loved movie, and I know a lot of people enjoy it, so I thought that you guys would be interested in seeing my collection and be interested in seeing what I thought about the Blu-ray. So yeah, feel free to let me know if you've seen My Girl, if you enjoyed the movie, if you're planning on picking up the new Blu-ray. And I hope you guys are having a good day, and I hope you guys have a good weekend. So I'll see you guys later.